ChatGPT, the most recent advancement in conversational technology, has won every honor. And now Google might be out of business unless they come up with a plan, as the AI tool is taking over some of its market share. It's far easier to get an answer from ChatGPT unlike Google search. Who knew this day would ever come? So, to compete with ChatGPT, is Google reviving LamDA? Without further ado, let's get started. The threat. Recently, it is noticeable that a competing chatbot has forced Google out of its routine despite the re-engagement of the founders who left 3 years ago, and the more than 20 AI projects that are currently in development. No wonder. The creators of Google, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, met with various business leaders last month. The subject was all about their competitor, the new chatbot that appeared to pose the first significant threat to Google's $149 billion search business in decades. The bot, which the small San Francisco company OpenAI launched 3 months ago, surprised users with its ability to effectively express complex ideas and concepts. Now, Google has been startled out of its routine by the new AI technology, and that's why a code red was issued by Mr. Pichai, appending pre-existing plans and accelerating AI development. According to a slide deck examined by the New York Times and 2 people with knowledge of the plans but who were not authorized to speak publicly, Google now aims to introduce more than 20 new products and showcase a chatbot-enabled search engine this year. They agreed to proposals and made suggestions for adding more chatbot features to Google's search engine. They also guided business executives who prioritized AI in their strategy. Moreover, according to a former Google research director who helped build a startup called Tanita, which creates search technology for e-commerce enterprises, he referenced this as a period of great vulnerability for Google. But well, Mr. Siva Kumar continued by saying that Google has overcome early challenges and could use its arsenal of AI to maintain its competitiveness. Although the underlying technology of ChatGPT is not that revolutionary, OpenAI's decision to make the system publicly accessible online has allowed millions of people to become aware of this novel approach to autonomous text synthesis. After investing enormous sums of money in OpenAI, Microsoft has also taken advantage of the chance. The company intends to integrate ChatGPT with its Bing search engine and offer more products to its Office software lineup. Last week, screenshots that purported to show a Bing augmented by ChatGPT were leaked. Isn't that revolutionary? Searching for something will now be much faster and easier. So far, it's said that Mr. Page and Mr. Brin have adopted a laissez-faire attitude towards Google since stepping back from day-to-day responsibilities. While pursuing other endeavors, including the development of flying car startups and disaster relief initiatives, they have left Mr. Pichai in charge of the business and its parent organization, Alphabet. But it looks like Mr. Pichai is now under pressure. One person claimed that in recent years, their travels to the company's Silicon Valley offices have mostly been for status updates on the so-called moonshot initiatives that Alphabet refers to as other bets. They have, however, long been interested in incorporating AI into Google's products. Former Google Senior Vice President Vic Gandotra recalled showing Mr. Page a new Gmail function in 2008. Mr. Page, however, wasn't impressed and said, "Why can't it automatically write that email for you?" And now, less than 2 weeks after ChatGPT went live, Google's Advanced Technology Review Council, a team of executives led by Kent Walker, Google's President of Worldwide Affairs, and Jeff Dean, the company's Senior Vice President of Research and Artificial Intelligence, convened to discuss their new plan on this threat, Bard. Google is now working on the ChatGPT competitor Bard. The effort was announced by Google CEO Sundar Pichai, where he described the service as an experimental conversational AI service that will interact with users and answer their questions. Pichai claims that the software will first be made widely accessible to the public in the upcoming weeks after being tested by a small number of trusted testers. Bard will be just as versatile as OpenAI's ChatGPT, despite its precise capabilities being unclear. A creative outlet and launching pad for discovery can be found in Bard. According to Pichai, it may help you study more about the top football strikers right now, or explain discoveries from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope to a 9-year-old before you go work out to hone your talents. Pichai also adds that Bard draws on knowledge from the web to deliver fresh, high-quality responses. Bard may be able to react to questions about recent events, something ChatGPT struggles with. LamDA. Previously, Google made LamDA, the language model that serves as the foundation for Bard, accessible through its AI Test Kitchen app. However, this version is rather limited and can only produce text for a small number of queries. But well, one Google engineer says that LamDA was becoming self-aware. That level of self-awareness about what its own needs were was the thing that led the engineer down the rabbit hole. Meanwhile, Google has been concerned about a backlash against unproven AI. Much like other corporate Goliaths, large language models like LamDA and GPT 3.5, which powers ChatGPT, have a well-documented predisposition to spread harmful content and to confidently assert false information, to the point where one professor compared such systems to bullshit generators, which is definitely not a good description for technology some claim should replace search engines. Google itself looked at the negative effects of AI-accelerated search in 2021. But now, Bard's impending release signifies a change in Google's viewpoint on this technology. That's why Pichai underlines that Google will combine internal testing with external feedback to ensure that Bard's responses fulfill strict standards for quality, safety, and knowledge grounded in the real world. The system will undoubtedly make mistakes, some of which may be serious, and this is inevitable. But what exactly is the LamDA-powered AI, and how different is it from ChatGPT? LamDA uniqueness. Due to their ability to engage consumers in conversation in a lighthearted and helpful manner, AI chatbots are becoming increasingly popular. LamDA, language model for dialogue applications, and ChatGPT are two chatbot systems that provide more informal conversations. And it's amazing using these two tools. Despite sharing a GPT 3.5 architecture, LamDA and ChatGPT have significantly distinct training philosophies. Compared to ChatGPT, LamDA is a supervised learning model that produces responses that are typically more human-generated. And that's all we want. It has been trained using a large amount of dialogue data. Its responses are frequently more human-generated than ChatGPT's, which sounds robotic. And unlike ChatGPT, which uses pre-trained models and online resources, LamDA can learn from dialogue data and hence might create more suitable responses for a certain topic. As a result, when an AI chatbot is used as a Q&A platform, and LamDA's responses are more likely to be accurate and reliable, ultimately, both LamDA and ChatGPT have benefits and drawbacks regarding conversational chatbot technology. LamDA may offer more human-generated responses because of its supervised learning model and conversation data. Yet, ChatGPT's pre-trained model and web pages may offer a more reliable response. Trainers of human AI systems have a long way to go. In the end, they will just have to choose the best technology for their use. And so, between the two, which comes out on top? The winner. Let's start by looking at their advantages. As we've mentioned, LamDA can generate superior responses to those generated by people thanks to its training in dialogue data. As a result, it has improved conversation management and encourages a more natural flow of discourse. ChatGPT has received substantial training in web writing, making it superior at understanding difficult grammatical patterns and providing answers to questions. ChatGPT can also look for trustworthy other sources to provide correct responses to user inquiries. Which one you choose ultimately depends on your needs. If you're seeking a conversational chatbot for customer assistance scenarios, LamDA would be your best choice. However, if you require an AI chatbot for a Q&A platform or for research, ChatGPT would be a better choice. The outcome of a chatbot ultimately depends on what you want from it. In the end, let's say both models, ChatGPT and LamDA, have benefits and drawbacks, but LamDA is more suited. It's the preferred technique for building conversational AI chatbots, since it can generate more fluid and human-sounding conversations than those produced by other techniques. That is the main advantage it has, which might be a winning fact. Google future plans. Google also emphasizes how it has already incorporated AI into many of its products, including search. In the interim, Google has been using AI to summarize growing search results for the past few years, and AI is just the start. They have additional picture and video projects in development, including a function called Shopping Try-On, a YouTube background creating green screen feature, a Pixel smartphone wallpaper maker, a program called Maya that simulates three-dimensional shoes, and a device that can sum up videos by creating a new one. Some other AI services that Google intends to provide to software developers and other businesses include image creation technologies, which might increase revenue for Google's cloud division. The presentation claims that other resources are available to help companies create their own AI prototypes in web browsers. 2 Pro variants of these tools, known as Maker Suite, will be available. They will also be rolling out searching with images and multi-search. In a similar move to Microsoft with Bing, Google revealed intentions to integrate AI into its search engine earlier this week. The tech juggernaut also intends to provide Lens users with an added perk by enabling them to search from an image on their screen immediately. A user may click on a landmark to learn more about it. For instance, if they receive a video or snapshot from a friend in Paris. Google Search VP Elizabeth Reed stated that they are developing search experiences that are more natural and visual. But they've only scratched the surface. With the aid of their AI, the possibilities will be limitless in the future. Well, only time will tell. To enable customers to find a certain kind of place or service that is close by, Google wants to expand the multi-search feature's Near Me functionality. This is already available in the US and will soon be made available everywhere. The company also intends to enable multi-search for any image a user encounters on the mobile search results page. Google also plans to provide Collab Plus Android Studio, a tool that will produce, finish, and correct code. This will simplify creating apps for Android handsets. Palm Coder 2, a different tool for creating and finishing codes, has also been under development. Evidently, Google executives want to reclaim their position as AI pioneers. But will this be possible? What do you think? And will LamDA be better than ChatGPT? Comment below. Let's engage. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.